And we are live. NashvilleLou live back on the air with AEW Fight Forever, the modded version of the game. February 6, 2025. I'm your host, Lou Pickney. Got 5 people in here early for this first Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. Need a minimum of 10 to run a game. I got 6 now. Back over here for just a couple moments, get this set up. Take the slate down. We're close to 10 before we get started here with the first game of the broadcast, and that will be the first game of the broadcast. It'll be Twitchy Tides, and we'll get things going with AEW Fight Forever. Now, is this... Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to bring the... Let's go back over to this screen here, because I have to do something with this computer. An extra step I got to run now to a program called DS4. Doesn't mean anything to you per se, but it means I gotta slow down for a second. Oh, come on. The technology stuff's what gets me here, as usual. How do I find DS4 in this pull down without being able to get to my desktop from here? Oh, it's always something. There we go. And you can't see this stuff. I'm acutely aware. I might hear a little noise if it gets the controller. No, I don't want to download a new version. That's the last thing I want to do. Leave me alone. Just give me what I told you to launch. Thank you. Let's see. Will this actually work with a controller? Because I'm not going to have much of a broadcast without a controller. And we do. Hope I turned the audio input capture in. So we got 6 people in early for this first game of the broadcast for Twitchy Tides. If you want to join, just type !play in chat. Sierra Miedo says BG Dub. I've got, by chance, I pulled up Pentagon here. Penta now over in WWE. Of course. Now, the most fun with this game is the Casino Battle Royale match. This modded version, I rolled the game back, so I'm using an older build that didn't have when they put in these make-believe wrestlers and these guys on YouTube. It just ruined the game for me. It put me in a bad mood because I have to keep re-rolling over and over because the people, the heavy-handed AEW games, insisted that you not be able to choose your opponents in a CBR match. They never fixed it, never acknowledged it, wouldn't sell it. Luckily, there are modders that are really, really smart. I didn't come up with any of this stuff with the modding. I'm just a broadcaster that knows a little bit about pro wrestling, likes to play live on stream. We're going to have fun with Twitchy Tides coming up here in a bit. Perhaps the best thing with this, as far as the modded element goes, is being able to import wrestlers that other people designed. They went through... the way this game was put together was very poor in a lot of ways, and yet some of it was brilliant. If it didn't have any brilliance to it, I wouldn't be playing it. There are other wrestling games out there. There are other games that are not wrestling games out there. There's a mod that puts in better, actual real photos of the people instead of these weird caricatures. What I'm interested in is custom. Now, some of these don't actually load up in game for me. I need to do some stuff. Got to do some more hard work with coding, but I'll probably do that on the other side of what I have coming up on Saturday. My first NCAA men's lacrosse broadcast of the season. Swanee Tigers taking on Methodist University out of North Carolina. 1 p.m. Eastern Star Time over on SwaneeTigers.com. So I've got prep work I'll need to do after this stream tonight. So I'll take this to about midnight Eastern, do a raid over to Average Casual Gamer. I used Steve Dr. Death Williams in a one-on-one match the last time I streamed. I want to try him in a CBR. Let's break out this Doctor Bomb, shall we? We've got 7 people in for the first Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. If you want to join the list, just type !play in chat. I'll join as well and get us to 8, but you need a minimum of 10 for one that counts, so I'm in there to give us 8. Alright, so let's choose an arena here. One of the downsides with downgrading is that I lost the beach venue. It was a post version 1.0.5 upgrade. But that was the only way to do it, to get those make-believe wrestlers out of the game. I can't believe they were that short-sighted. I mean, I can, but at the same time, I can't believe it. How can you be so foolish and then not ever fix it, even acknowledge it? Like a lot of problems with AEW. Just no sell it, huh, Tony? All right. It's your company. Do what you want to. You're making a lot of money off that TV, but man, all these unforced errors. And it's not like you haven't been told. Luckily, there's people that can fix these problems. But we'll get to this first CBR game. It's a timed entry battle royal. 21 participants. You'll never have more than 4 wrestlers in the ring at any one time. And the video game version of the match. They had to make this game work on the Nintendo Switch. So there's some inherent limitations.
Is a casino battle royale.
This is a highly anticipated match.
You get to choose. I didn't really notice the heartbeat with the very dramatic card pull. Just hit a button. There's no skill to it. 10 of hearts. The higher the number, generally speaking, the later the entry. Go over here. I don't think I'll need it right away. It takes an extra moment or two to load when you've got a mod running. One of the realities of it. It's AEW Fight Forever, the modded version, here on NashvilleLou Live. We'll have Twitchy Tides coming up. This will be about a 2-hour broadcast. We'll do a rate over an average casual gamer once he goes live. Would love to see ACG give Twitchy Tides a try. But most of his streams have a delay because of blockchain brawlers.
Making his way to the ring. Trent Beretta.
I have the in-game music turned off due to the copyright monsters. There's no reasoning with them. They don't play fair.
And his opponent, the Redeemer, Miro.
It's got Beretta and Miro, and who else?
Next is one half of the Young Bucks, Matt Jackson.
Fire has her. Instant Bucks and fire.
And they call him the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara.
So those are the first 4 to start this match up. I'll be in at some point as Steve Dr. Death Williams. We've got a Twitchy Tides open. You can join by typing !play in chat. Also pinned in chat is a link to the latest bounty block that I have going. Top prize, get that Nessie Storm Scale mint number 69 from Twitchy Tides. So it's Sammy Guevara, Trent Beretta, Miro, and Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks starting us off. This is the modded version of AEW Fight Forever. You'll notice the fans of the crowd have on 1990s wrestling shirts as opposed to the AEW shirts. There's modded arenas that have been designed, but I haven't gotten into that. It's going to take more time for you to make sure everything's running properly. You start stacking mods on top of each other. When there are issues, it becomes more complicated to solve them. Plus, I'm not at all good at that anyway. I just do it because I have to play the game. It was like teaching myself how to code websites when I started in college at the University of Evansville, August of 1995, as Miro has Beretta hanging on, and a kick sends Beretta out. So we've got 11 people in now for the first Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. We'll get to that after this CBR match is complete. So Lance Archer joins Miro, who's locking in that camel clutch. I forget what his AEW name is for it. Game over. He stole Kenta's name for it. Putting the hurt on Sammy Guevara as Nick Jackson has a size disadvantage against Lance Archer. High up and high down for Nick Jackson of the Bucks. I'll be in at some point as Steve Dr. Death Williams. This is the modded version of AEW Fight Forever here on NashvilleLou Live with 12 people in for the next Twitchy Tides game. And there's Blackout. Finisher from Lance Archer. Matt Jackson somehow managed to pop back up a low blow. Archer then try for a drop kick. Wasn't worn down enough apparently. The devastating finishing move. Look at the strength of Sammy Guevara. Miro is a large man. Sammy's doing squats like it's a gymnasium. MJ Doja, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Greetings and welcome, everybody. NashvilleLou Live. This is AEW Fight Forever, the modded version of the game. We'll have a Twitchy Tides game coming up after this is complete. There's There's a shout out for MJ Doja. If I can type this in correctly in chat, it's never a given. Thank you for the follow, MJ Doja. Thank you, thank you. There in chat, you see it there. If you don't follow MJ Doja, you should do so. Do it right now. We're playing AEW Fight Forever here on NashvilleLou Live. This won't be the longest broadcast I'll ever do. Taking this to around midnight Eastern. It's about a 2-hour broadcast, and we'll do a raid over an average casual gamer. We've got 13 people in for the first Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast that's going to come up when this match is complete. Sammy Guevara barely hanging on. Now, Miro kicked him, but apparently Sammy has levitation powers. You never know what to expect in this game, even with the blooper stuff. Now it's time to go on a locomotion train ride. Matt Jackson, a Northern Lights suplex train on Miro. Sammy creeping up on Lance Archer, maybe not the best choice, but Sammy firing back. Greetings and welcome, NashvilleLou Live. I was listening to the bulk of your broadcast, MJ Doja. I was just working on stuff where I couldn't get to the keyboard easily. Sammy's hanging on. Sammy Guevara eliminated. They finally got him out. Thunder Rosa enters the match. This is AEW Fight Forever. This is the modded version of the game. I'll be in at some point as Steve Dr. Death Williams. It's timed entry, luck of the draw. Based on the playing card I drew to start of the 10 of Hearts. Generally, the higher the card, the later the entry. So I should be mid to mid-late. Just depends on whenever that happens here. It'll be fun using Dr. Death. It was fun using him in a singles match the other day when I was trying this out for the first time with a modded version. So it's Miro. Matt Jackson eliminates Miro. Brian Cage enters the match. He'll join Matt Jackson, Lance Archer, and Thunder Rosa. You get a lot of interesting combinations in these casino battle royale matches. Wrestlers that I would never put in the ring together necessarily, like in a four-way match. But at least for a little while here, you get some combinations you wouldn't normally see, and then somebody gets thrown out usually before too long, so you don't get tired of it, before the novelty wears off. Part of the fun with this. There are ways you can mod the game. That's not the normal gear for Brian Cage, wearing that red. And I'm somewhat at the mercy of what the mod creators come up with as far as what's available. But there are some amazing modders that come with. The creator wrestler of this game, in my opinion, was intentionally made to be terrible, so people would have to buy the DLC. Well, it was rather short-sighted on their part. And it's a huge hassle. For the modders, what they have to do to make this work is amazing. But they figured it out and they pulled it off. Brian Cage eliminated by a running hip toss or hip block from Thunder Rosa. And here I come as Steve Dr. Death Williams. So not that early of an entry for me as it turned out. But like to create this in the creator wrestler with Dr. Death, it would be, you just couldn't do it. Anything close. But there are ways that they can import stuff and use mods, and quite impressive. Let's see if I hit a Doctor Bomb here on Matt Jackson as Thunder Rosa gets eliminated by Lance Archer. Penta enters the match. So Penta joins Steve Dr. Death Williams, Lance Archer, and Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks. I'm in there as Steve Williams, the black trunks. Archer comes running in, but back elbow. Belly to back suplex for Steve Dr. Death Williams on Penta. Let's see if we hit Penta with a Doctor Bomb. Rough landing. Oh, right on the back of his neck. Sometimes the directional, the pointing system in this game leaves a little bit to be desired. A little bit of a challenge. That's why I have the red. Some people play without that on there. I would go crazy not be able to tell who I was aiming at. Super kick from Matt Jackson on Penta. As Dr. Death works on Lance Archer. It's AEW Fight Forever. We got 17 people in for the next Twitchy Tides game as Penta gets thrown out by Matt Jackson. Wardlow enters the match. Wardlow's going to join Dr. Death, Matt Jackson, and Lance Archer. This is a Casino Battle Royale match. The only way to be eliminated is to be thrown over the top rope to the floor. It's time for a visit to the doctor. The Doctor Bomb from Dr. Death. And a rough landing for Matt Jackson as Wardlow battles with Lance Archer. Running hip attack, and there goes Matt Jackson. The F10, and look at that elevation on Archer. Adam Cole enters the match. Oh, got caught trying to do a running attack, and Lance Archer got caught by Wardlow. And look at the strength of Wardlow, a powerbomb on Steve Dr. Death Williams. The Bunny enters the match. Neckbreaker on Wardlow by Adam Cole. Want to warm up to his special, get that launched. Instead, after Wardlow's the Bunny. Goes on the offense on Adam Cole. But Steve Dr. Death Williams, Wardlow, the Bunny, and Adam Cole. It's AEW Fight Forever. The Bunny's taking it to Adam Cole. Scooping a big slam there by Steve Dr. Death Williams on Wardlow. It's going to hit Wardlow with a Doctor Bomb. And a really rough landing there for Wardlow on that Doctor Bomb. It's in with another. Oh, big clothesline. Wardlow's had enough. Okay, Adam Cole, if you want to go fight with Wardlow, that's fine. I'll have a conversation with the Bunny for a minute. By conversation, I mean like a headlock. I'll just fall on her. Hardly seems fair. And now for Bunny. The Bunny. It's the Doctor Bomb. Crowd's cheering for Bunny, trying to cheer her on against a much larger opponent in Dr. Death. Oh, she caught Dr. Death with an arm drag. Came running in there. Reckless. And the boom is laid out there by Adam Cole on the Bunny. And again, Dr. Death battles with Wardlow. Time for another Doctor Bomb. Adam Cole's his special. The Bunny goes in the offense, undeterred. Outright punching Wardlow in the face. The Bunny eliminated by Adam Cole. Scorpio Sky enters the match. Scorpio Sky joins Steve Dr. Death Williams, Adam Cole, and Wardlow. Now watch out for Scorpio. He's already got his signature. He just got into the match. Big clothesline by Wardlow on Dr. Death. Wardlow's really good in this game. He gets that wind-up strike. It's very powerful. Big body slam on Scorpio Sky by Dr. Death as Wardlow throws out Adam Cole. Ty Mello enters the match. Got my finisher here for Dr. Death. Wardlow's not having it. Oh, there's that big wind-up and hit. Got my special for a little while longer if I can use it. Let's see here. Dangerous suplex. A dangerous suplex by Dr. Death on Wardlow. That's going to eliminate Wardlow. Not easy. Nyla Rose enters the match. Steve Williams went for a German suplex. Got reversed. Scorpio Sky's hanging on the top rope. Big elbow drop connects. Taking the microphone here. Adjust the placement of this headset. It's NashvilleLou Live. We'll have a Twitchy Tides game coming up after the conclusion of this Casino Battle Royale match. Scorpio Sky battles with Nyla Rose and Dr. Death. A drop kick on the Bunny. This is the modded version of AEW Fight Forever, and it really has added to the fun factor for me. And there are some diminishing returns in this game, no matter how many mods you have, but at least to have it for a couple hours here and there for live stream, this functions much better than the non-modded version I had, to be sure. Uh-oh. Scorpio Sky's at that lockup. That Ty Mello going to come off the top of the body press into the back of Scorpio Sky. Come on, Dr. Death. Yeah. Aim at the guy right in front of you. That's what I was trying to tell you to do. With that Dr. Bomb on Scorpio Sky. And there it is. Devastating maneuver. Drop kick. Not enough to eliminate Scorpio Sky. Slingshot suplex by Steve Dr. Death Williams. Dr. Death takes down Scorpio Sky and Ty Mello. It's danger for Nyla Rose. That's probably the direction I should have gone. Nyla Rose eliminated. Jade Cargill enters the match, so Jade will join Steve Dr. Death Williams, Scorpio Sky, and Ty Mello. Ty is deceptively good in this game. She's got pretty good range on her strikes. She'll sneak up on you. She's also quite fast. AEW Fight Forever here on NashvilleLou Live. We'll have a Twitchy Tides game coming up after the conclusion of this match. Drop kick again. That elevation by Steve Dr. Death Williams on a drop kick at this point in the match. He's been in there for a while. Again, that drop kick. And again, the drop kick. Dr. Death showing off the agility. Real life heavyweight wrestler at one point at the University of Oklahoma. I gotta watch out for Scorpio Sky. He's got his finisher. Jade Cargill for a minute. Maybe hit the Dr. Bomb. And again, the strength of Dr. Death. Dr. Bomb on Jade Cargill as Ty Mello has Scorpio Sky in a bad spot. Jade gets eliminated, but then Steve Williams runs into a back elbow from Ty. Springboard splash by Scorpio Sky into Ty Mello, and now Abaddon enters the match. Abaddon joins Steve Williams, Scorpio Sky, and Ty Mello in this Casino Battle Royale match. Timed entry Battle Royal. 21-person event. The number next to a given wrestler's health meter indicates how many they've eliminated in the match. I've got 4 eliminations to my credit to this point. Belly-to-belly suplex by Steve Dr. Death Williams on Ty Mello as Abaddon gets some offense in on Scorpio Sky. Surprise drop kick. Abaddon wasn't looking. Dr. Death ready to take advantage. There'll be only one winner in this match. SCU. SoCal. Scorpio Sky repping it. Scorpio Sky barely hanging on. Can Abaddon throw out Scorpio Sky? Indeed. Eddie Kingston enters the match. My 5th elimination, but head damage in the red for Dr. Death in there. Abaddon with a special. Got to get away from Abaddon. Can't do it. Here comes Luchasaurus. And the bounce on that landing there. Steve Williams, I'm grateful to have Eddie Kingston there to distract Abaddon. Just a moment. Steve Williams gets wits back about him. And the strength of Steve Williams just picking up Luchasaurus, dropping him. Again, suplex. I think a little bit less traditional as far as amateur wrestling, some punches to the face. Abaddon eliminated by Eddie Kingston. Well, Malachi Black enters the match. He'll join Eddie Kingston, Luchasaurus, and Steve Dr. Death Williams, who I'm using. You got to watch out for Malachi. Not just the spooky magic stuff, but He's got really good range with his strikes. He's got a Muay Thai background in real life, so incorporated that into the game well. Stuff like that they could get right. Create a wrestler, a complete botch. What should have been a great career mode, awful, embarrassing. Dr. Bomb on Malachi Black by Steve Williams. Malachi's dazed. Drop kick, but Malachi stays up. That'll take him down. Suplex. Luchasaurus battles with Eddie Kingston. I'm in there with Steve Dr. Death Williams as Eddie Kingston gets eliminated. So Bryan Danielson's the Joker, the last entrant in the match. Down to the final four. We'll have a Twitchy Tides game once this match is complete. And what great fortune for Bryan Danielson. Drawing that Joker card, the last in there. He battles with Malachi Black. Steve Dr. Death Williams. Attacks Luchasaurus. One of these four is going to be the winner. The collapse there, Luchasaurus after that drop kick from Steve Williams. Malachi Black takes it to Bryan Danielson. Hands get behind Malachi. Drop kick off the mark there for Steve Williams. Now Luchasaurus in a strong position. Danielson's eliminated. We're down to 3. Steve Williams. Malachi Black and Luchasaurus. Back elbow for Malachi. Hold those strikes. Got some range, got some strength behind him, but so does Luchasaurus. And there was Steve Williams, and there were a couple of strikers. So to stay away from Luchasaurus while he has a special. Move over here. I'll bounce around, get the fans cheering. Choke slam on Malachi by Luchasaurus. Enzugiri from Steve Williams leaves Luchasaurus dazed. Running kick by Malachi, kind of an awkward move there, but effective. Dr. Death, big body slam on Malachi. These are the final 3 in this Casino Battle Royale match. Steve Williams, body slam on Luchasaurus. Malachi comes creeping up. Ran to a back elbow there from Malachi Black with Steve Williams. It's stepped on by Luchasaurus. Let those two battle. These are the last 3 in the match. We've got Twitchy Tides game coming up after the completion of this match. Knee lift by Luchasaurus. Body slam there by Steve Dr. Death Williams. He's not normally in the game, but with the mods you can have him. Amazing work by over on NexusMods.com. You can find these mods, and it's a small group of people that have done this, but it's just amazing because just how bare bones and it felt like at least intentionally just lackluster, to put it kindly, create a wrestler setup. Luchasaurus has a signature. I gotta look out. Tried for a big kick, but he was too fast. Some of these larger wrestlers at times will surprise you with their speed this game. You can't just run and hide. Strike by Malachi on Luchasaurus. Malachi gets dropped. Again, I was trying to wind up for a kick, and Luchasaurus too fast for me. There we go. We're Enzugiri. Camel clutch applied by Dr. Death. Malachi didn't really hit anybody coming off the top there. Got good attacks on both sides from Luchasaurus and from Dr. Death. It's AEW Fight Forever here on NashvilleLou Live with another Twitchy Tides game coming up after the completion of this match. Dr. Death takes down Luchasaurus, takes down Malachi. Let's see now with a dangerous suplex on Malachi. Head damage for Malachi Black. Luchasaurus likes it. Running hip attack, and there goes Malachi, but Dr. Death runs into a knee lift from Luchasaurus. Let's see if Dr. Death can punch his way out of this one. Got a special, so there we go. Avoid, use that long range attack, so if he stepped away, it was okay. Just try to make the time run out. Got the signature here, so let's see if I can hit this. Oh, ran out. Body slam. The final 2 of the match. Steve Dr. Death Williams and Luchasaurus. And now it's time for a Dr. Bomb. Let's sit out power bomb. One more. A second Dr. Bomb from Steve Williams. Danger for Luchasaurus. They throw out Luchasaurus. They can win the match. Standing switch. Fans are behind Luchasaurus. Headbutt. He's got that mask on. Did the referee check that before the match? Got a loaded head mask. It's tough against Steve Williams in this game. He's got that brute strength, that size. Luchasaurus, can I kick him? Oh, that didn't work out. He kicked me. Dramatics here, the last two. German suplex by Luchasaurus on Steve Dr. Death Williams. I thought Luchasaurus all but out. Maybe I did, but he's got the advantage now. Dr. Death is just spent. Gas tank on E. I had a reversal here of some sort. Backed up against the ropes. And a headbutt. You could feel it. This guy's... Luchasaurus has a special. Tried to reverse it, but... Give me a choke slam. Danger for Dr. Death. But now Luchasaurus has to throw out Steve Williams. Can he do it? He's going to try. Dr. Death hangs on. Talk a little smack. Luchasaurus, he's got the size, he's very quick as well. Steve Williams, belly-to-back suplex on Luchasaurus. We will get to this Twitchy Tides game. We get to the conclusion of this. It's got to get Luchasaurus thrown out, or Luchasaurus has to throw me out, one or the other. Kick connects. Luchasaurus getting close to having a signature. Want that to happen. Body slam. I'm not that far from the signature on my side with Dr. Death. There we go. Let's see if we can get a Dr. Bomb. Running clothesline. So we got a quick lock up. He's got head damage. And now it's time for another Dr. Bomb for Luchasaurus by Steve Dr. Death Williams. Rough landing for Luchasaurus. Can I throw him out? And there he goes. Dr. Death wins.
The winner of this match, Steve Williams.
Wow, fans, it's been incredible. What an amazing match we've had tonight.
Look at that match score. 6,675. A 7-star classic. All right. Nice showing for me there in that first match. We got 23 players in for this first Twitchy Tides game. Winner gets a Blockchain Brawlers deck card. Plus, you hear that audio from the video game coming in there. Also, an item from the NashvilleLou collection. You can use that in that bounty block that I've got pinned in chat, the link to it. NashvilleLou.com/contest will take you there as well. But those promo items from the NashvilleLou collection, you can burn those within the bounty block. Increase your chance of winning. A number of prizes in there, but the grand prize includes Nessie Storm Scale Mint number 69 out of Twitchy Tides. Let's go through this list of players and we'll get to this game. If you want in and you're not in now, type !play in chat, but do it fast. We're going to get to this game. We got Random King, Jess Tony, Nadu6, Jungle Banana, me, NashvilleLou, I got in early, Cesaro NLV, BG Dub, Kyung Wei, Misty Rios, Devore JS, OP Influencer, RCPADG, Poppinstock, Kevin Arna, Parrots, Crawling Moon, Zach Bonifer, Chucky, Jamie Penguins, Master Halo, Fonny T, Rising Dragons, and Ivanov 007. All right, so 23 participants. If I win, prize goes to second place. And this Twitchy Tides game begins now. Good luck. It's NashvilleLou Live with Twitchy Tides. Now, Pink Felicia working the low road, zapping Misty Rios and Ivanov 007. Early on, we're down to 21. Most of the enemies are capped at 2 kills per crossing, the way I have it set up. The exception being the Cannonball, which I've set at 3. You can customize that as a streamer. Big Worm with that hook. Takes out Cesaro NLV along with Jamie Penguins. We're down to 19. Again, big worm. This time it's Cabanarna and Kyung Wei eliminated. Down to 17. Depth charge takes out Pop and Stalk along with Zach Bonifer. We're down to 15. Be sure to join me Tuesday next week, 10 p.m. Eastern, 0300 UTC, with Tides Tuesday, my #1 show here on Twitch. Cannonball takes out Rising Dragons, Jess, Tony, and Chucky. We're down to a dozen. It's my #1 show. It had the best viewership to date on this past Tuesday's episode. Crawling Moon's out, I'm out. So for the remaining players, you've got a top 10 finish. But who's going to be the winner? Now it's Debo the Shark going left to right. Debo chomps away, taking out Master Halo and Jungle Banano. We're down to 8. Now it's Pink Felicia. That flare command from Fawny T with the Neon Leon sent Felicia back in the other direction. Big worm with a hook that's going to eliminate OP Influencer, and we're down to 7. It's Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. Cannonball. That takes out OP Influencer. That takes out Random King, DeBoer JS, and RCP ADG. Down to the final 4. Parrot, Fawny T, BG Dub, Nadu 6. And now it's Debo the Shark. Chomping away, taking out Parrot, and we're down to the final 3. Nadu 6, Fawny T, BG Dub. If you want to hear me call a real life sport, this Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, as Fawny T hits a depth charge, we're down to 2. Got a men's lacrosse broadcast over on SwannyTigers.com. No Twitchy Tides there, though. We haven't reached that point yet. Could you imagine? Cannonball's going to miss both remaining players. It was Nadu 6 and BG Dub, the last 2 in here in this Twitchy Tides game. We got depth charge, upper left quadrant. And Nadu 6 get that bounce. There's enough room. Wasn't clear on the way in. The bump off the top. Nadu 6. Can you get underneath it? Indeed, that's a narrow passing. Nadu 6 made it. BG Dub hits the depth charge, and that's the game. So congratulations to Nadu 6. Victorious in this first Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. So I missed out, but for Master Halo on up, a top 10 finish. All the way up to #1 and your winner, Nadu 6. Back up now for our next Twitchy Tides game. I'm going to take my hourly break now. Would imagine an hourly break, 1 per hour. We've got a 5-minute break. On the other side of that, we'll have another Twitchy Tides game right away, and then we'll have more of AEW Fight Forever. I'm taking this to midnight Eastern. Doing a raid over to Average Casual Gamer. His normal Thursday night, midnight start time, trying to sync that up. So back in just a few minutes with more Twitchy Tides and then more AEW Fight Forever, the modded version of that game. It's NashvilleLou Live. Stay tuned. right, back on headset with you here on NashvilleLou Live. We'll have more AEW Fight Forever here in a little bit, but right now, we've got 12 players in for this next game of Twitchy Tides. Let me take the overlay down. If you want in and you're not in yet, you should get in right now by typing !play in chat. And this time I'll use the 2 spot in my Twitchy team. You can set 5 different fish in spots number 1 through 5. My number 2 spot, I've got Lulu, who's become my unofficial mascot of sorts here on NashvilleLou Live. Big fan of Lulu. Similar name. Cool sounding special maneuver with Dream. And that's what I'm using here in this Twitchy Tides game for the winner. A Blockchain Brawlers deck card, plus an item from the NashvilleLou collection. You can use that. Get some extra entries into that bounty block that I have linked in chat. NashvilleLou.com/contest will take you there. Oh, that's what's linked there. Take you to the bounty block page. And there's a lot of stuff you can get without having to pay anything for free. My favorite price, which is free. You're probably already doing a lot of this stuff anyway, as far as following streamers that play Twitchy Tides live on stream. So give that a look. It's pinned there in chat. So 14 players in now. Let me run through this list of participants. Then we'll get to this next game. We've got Cabinarna, Viper Czar, Tabor JS, Luar, Random King, Billy XBT, Parrot 314, Kiyoshi Nobu, Naito 6, Jungle Banano, Kyung Wei, Solkanar, Cesaro NLV, and me, NashvilleLou, with the Lulu Fish. 14 players. If I win, prize goes to second place. And this second game of the broadcast begins now. Good luck. It's Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. The hook from Big Worm, and right away we're down to 13. Luar's out. Remember, Tides Tuesday next week, 10 p.m. Eastern, 0300 UTC. But it's an all-day event. I encourage you to watch as many of the Tides Tuesday streamers as possible. Debo the Shark chomped away, took out Viper Czar and Solkanar, but capped at the 2 kills per crossing. No further damage can be done there. Baby Shark command from Random King. You get the disco ball and the fireworks. No music, though. Very wary of the copyright monsters. Similar with AEW Fight Forever. No theme songs or anything, as much fun as that could be, because it's not as much fun having to deal with copyright monster complaints. Depth charge. It's going to take out Jungle Banano. Going to take out my Lulu Fish. I got a top 10 finish out of it, but I'm out. As did everybody else who's still in. We have 9 remaining. It's Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. It's a cannonball. That cannonball up top takes out Tabor JS. Down to 8. Cesaro with that Lambo making it rain. Depth charge. Naito 6 is out. So is Billy XBT. We're down to 8. This is Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. TwitchyTides.io. That's the website for Twitchy Tides. Pink Felicia. Zap there for Parrots. We're down to 5. Cannonball. That cannonball is going to take out Kyung Wei. We're down to the final 4. It's Kiyoshi Nobu, Cabinarna, Random King, and then ... Cesaro with that Lambo showing back up, making it rain. Depth charge eliminates Kiyoshi Nobu, and we're down to 3. It's Cabinarna, Cesaro NLV, and Random King. Oof, says Kyung Wei. Yeah, that's a tough one. Pink Felicia working near ground level. Zaps Cabinarna, and we're down to 2. It's Random King and Cesaro NLV, the last 2. Another cannonball, but that one's going to miss both players. A couple nights ago, we had one with a cannonball. Missed 27 fish, and didn't hit a single one of them. That's the most I've seen to date. Cannonball on the low side, and Gutterball's going to miss both of them. The battle continues. Random King, then back on screen to Cesaro NLV, just in time for a Baby Shark party. Throwing dollars in the dollar bills in the air, and then watch them spin around. Debo the Shark. Can't really dish out any punishment during a shark party. And it's down to these final two, Random King and Cesaro. Now it's Pink Felicia up top. Will this do it? Pink Felicia, both fish in a similar spot heading her way. It's going to zap Random King, and that's the game. Cesaro NLV gets the victory. Exciting finish there in the second game of the broadcast. Good game. All right, so lucky me in the 10 spot. That on up means a top 10 finish. All the way to number 1 and your winner, Cesaro NLV. Victorious. Back open for the next Twitchy Tides game, which we'll get to here in a bit. Exclamation mark play in chat. We'll get you in. Slate back up. Quick reset. This is NashvilleLou Live. I'm your host, Lou Pickney. This is the modded version of the console game AEW Fight Forever. I have it, it's the PC version, so you can actually do things with it beyond the limitations of a console. So this modded version, these mods are not mine. These are things I downloaded from some people that were very patient, very skilled at designing it. Lucky me. I mean, they could be charging, like if this were the publisher putting these out there, be paying for it. Instead, it's free, which works out pretty well. So we've got 6 people in already for this next Twitchy Tides game. If you want to join the list, just type exclamation mark play in chat. These CBR matches are so much fun, and I can finally use them again without those ridiculous make-believe wrestlers they force into the game and then wouldn't let you opt out of. Having to re-roll over and over put me in a bad mood. I want to have the proper vibe with my streams. Me getting agitated over re-rolls that should have never happened to begin with didn't help, so roll it back and make it work. And not just that, but make it work with some mods in place. So a casino battle royale, as I explained earlier, a 21-person timed entry. What just happened? Fun with the controller here. 21-person battle royal. The only way to be eliminated is to be thrown over the top rope to the floor. You'll never have more than 4 wrestlers in the ring at once at any given time in this game with a match. In real life, a little different, but look, they had to make this work on the Nintendo Switch. Sacrifices were made. And again, with the mods, you get actual photos of the wrestlers. Not actual photos here, but these are... Now, some of these aren't working properly, so a lot of this misleading, like the Road Warriors and the Steiners. Work in progress, me getting all these mods to work properly. Some of these guys, it didn't load up properly the other day, but it did here for the, like Kota Ibushi. I can use Kota Ibushi in this match. He's somebody else that's in real life AEW, but not in the game. Unless you have the mods. All right, select an arena. Purple ropes. Let's do it.
The following contest is a casino battle royale.
An explosive casino royale is coming up with 21 top competitors ready to go.
Thank you, Tony Schiavone. So I'm playing as Kota Ibushi. I'm about to draw my card here. Very dramatic. 10 of hearts. Well, they're 10. So that should be a medium to late entry into the match, but luck of the draw does play into it. But typically the higher the card value, the later the entry. And when you have the mods on, it takes an extra moment or two for the game to get loaded up. We've got 9 people in already for that next Twitchy Tides game. If you want to get in, all you have to do is type exclamation mark play in chat. Taking this to midnight Eastern, so a little bit more than an hour from now, when average casual gamer goes live. This is going to load, right? It takes a moment or two with the mods. It's worth it, though, I assure you.
Making his way to the ring.
Ray Phoenix stuck in AEW contract jail right now.
And his opponent, Chris Statlander. Next, for the
Darby Allin in real life is going to climb Mount Everest, plus he's training to. It's super dangerous, but that's Darby.
And he is a bastard.
So I'll be in at some point as Kota Ibushi. But it's luck of the draw. You don't get to choose your competitors as far as setting up the match. Although if you have mods in place, you can, at least with some of them there, you can replace the defaults with alternate gear, which is the only way you'll ever get them like that in this match, without you controlling that particular wrestler. It shouldn't come to that to have to make this work, but it did. So it's Darby Allin, Pac, Chris Statlander, and Ray Phoenix, and right away Darby in trouble. Pac, instead of going after Darby, does a standing back head spring, but now knocks Darby off the apron and out of the match. Jade Cargill enters. That's one of those spots where like the wrestler's injured. They get out of there real fast. But a surprise that Darby Allin was out so quickly. So Jade joins Ray Phoenix, Pac, and Chris Statlander. It's AEW Fight Forever, the modded version of the game, here on NashvilleLou Live, with more Twitchy Tides coming up in our second hour. Sit out powerbomb on Ray Phoenix by Pac. Listen to those fans cheer for Chris Statlander. Sit out powerbomb for Statlander from Pac. Pac has a special. Jade's trying to engage with a strike. That'd be the best time to go after Pac. Ray Phoenix gets taken down. Caught that brutalizer, that submission maneuver. Or that handspring there. The acrobatic Pac. He's got his, well, he had his finisher. Time ran out. It's a limited time only with that. Pac with that spin kick knocks Statlander off the ring apron. Here comes Jeff Hardy. So Statlander out as well. It's Jade Cargill, Pac, and now Jeff Hardy and Chuck Taylor into the match. This Casino Battle Royale match. AEW Fight Forever modded version. I'll be in at some point as Kota Ibushi. And this Kota Ibushi, like, without mods, trying to use the creator wrestler, it would look just embarrassingly bad. Not even close. This is like spot on Ibushi from what I've seen. As Pac takes down Jeff Hardy, along with Chuck Taylor. Pac's got a special. Go behind by Taylor. Risky move, locking up with somebody with a special like that. Body slam by Taylor. Jade battles with Jeff Hardy. Chuck Taylor's got a special. Give you a thumbs up. Nobody home for Jeff Hardy. Now Chuck Taylor with a special with that knee lift. There's that blinking pickup in speed. It's a sign it's about to run out, and it did. Jade has her signature. I'll be in at some point as Kota Ibushi in this Casino Battle Royale match as Jeff Hardy takes down Jade along with Chuck Taylor. German suplex on Jade Cargill by Pac. And a slingshot here by Chuck Taylor. Sending Jeff Hardy throat first into the bottom rope, and then a running move taking out one of the wheels there from Pac. There are no allies in this kind of match. There can be only one winner. Because of that, you get a lot of really interesting transitions. It adds to the variety of the game considerably that you have this mode. It helps that there's not any of those wonky pinfalls. The pinfall system in this game is very unimpressive. It's not a strength. They never bother to fix it. Luckily, there aren't any pinfalls in this match. I despise button mashing. You don't have to do that in Fire Pro Wrestling world, but no, they said, oh, you're going to mash buttons. That was designed by people that haven't dealt much with carpal tunnel. That's no fun. Chuck Taylor trying to stay limber. But Jeff Hardy's got his, well, he had a special. Jade Cargill cleaning house. Dropping everybody. I'll be in at some point as Kota Ibushi. Pac's into the ropes. Jade Cargill's taking it to the guys. Pac gets eliminated by Jeff Hardy. So Sting enters the match. That howl. Springboard elbow drop by Chuck Taylor on Jade. Only get a drop kick from Jeff Hardy. Fans fired up for Sting entering the match. The Icon. Sting battles with Jeff Hardy. Let's hope this isn't a TNA pay-per-view situation. Jade fires Chuck Taylor into the ropes. Same for Jeff Hardy with Sting. I'll be at some point as Kota Ibushi. We've got 11 people in for that next Twitchy Tides game. If you want to join the list, just type !play in chat. Jeff Hardy's going top rope. That'd be quite a distance to cover. He wisely jumped back down. Jade throws Sting into the ropes. Sting barely hanging on. He's lucky that Jeff Hardy's going to hit a twist of fate on Jade. Sting needs to get back into the ring. Finally did. Very dangerous situation. Narrow avoidance there. Getting knocked out. So it's Sting, Jeff Hardy, Chuck Taylor, and Jade Cargill. Jade and Jeff Hardy are going to team up to suplex Chuck Taylor. Sting a little bit wobbly. Get that back against the wall buff. Jade Cargill going top rope. Look out. Clothesline off the top connects on Chuck Taylor. Standing flip there, front flip from Jeff Hardy. Neck breaker, reverse neck breaker drop there by Sting. Sting's fired up. Chuck Taylor's battling with Jade, but Jade has her, so she had her signature. Sting with a drop kick on Jeff Hardy. I'll be in at some point. It's Kota Ibushi. At 11 p.m. Eastern. Quick reset. This is NashvilleLou Live. I'm your host, Lou Pickney. Playing the modded version of AEW Fight Forever. Also a Twitchy Tides game. So we'll have the next Twitchy Tides game after the conclusion of this CBR match. It's Jade Cargill battling with Sting. Gets thrown into Jeff Hardy, and then the Kentucky gentleman Chuck Taylor in there as well. Big slap to the face by Jade on Sting. Sting retaliates with a clothesline. Body slam on Jeff Hardy by Chuck Taylor. And it's chanting for Chucky T for Chuck Taylor. He's got a signature. Chuck Taylor's got a special. Hit on Jeff Hardy immediately. Jeff Hardy got thrown out by Jade. And here I comes Kota Ibushi. There's Kota Ibushi against Sting, Chuck Taylor, and Jade. Chuck Taylor takes down Jade. Let's see what the signature is for Ibushi. I haven't used Ibushi yet this game. Well, we'll wait to find that out. Double team suplex, delayed vertical suplex on Sting, Chuck Taylor, and Kota Ibushi. Well, Ibushi's lined up for something. I'm not telling him to do this. Oh, left plus signature. Whoa, 450 splash. That's one way to do it. What is he doing there? Oh, he hit the button. Chuck Taylor's out, Sting is out. And it's Hook into the match. Hook joins Kota Ibushi, Jade, and somebody else is about to enter. And it's Owen Hart into the match. Ibushi with a suplex on Jade Cargill. Look out for Hook. He's got a special. We gotta do the, it's a complicated move here for the springboard. Ibushi, nobody home that time. Didn't have to tell him to do it. He did it, but missed. High risk offense and all. Snap suplex on Jade Cargill by Kota Ibushi. Sharpshooter. Owen Hart with a sharpshooter on Hook. Danger for Hook, stuck in that submission and over. You can tap it all you want to. That's not going to eliminate you in this match. They get thrown over the top rope to the floor. One kick attempt too many for Ibushi, but a back elbow for Jade. Now Hook's going to try and battle here with Kota Ibushi. Brainbuster, all my control. That's so frustrating when this happens. Ugh. Ibushi, some punches there on Hook. Ibushi with a standing moonsault on Hook. Owen Hart battles with Jade Cargill. It's AEW Fight Forever, NashvilleLou Live. Ibushi drops Owen with a kick. Fans are cheering for Owen. The brainbuster on Owen Hart by Kota Ibushi as Jade Cargill eliminates Hook. John Silver of the Dark Order enters the match. Standing moonsault by Ibushi on Owen Hart. Jade Cargill looks on a second. Trio of kicks there for Ibushi, but here's Jade Cargill. Gonna hit Jaded on Ibushi, and head damage for Kota Ibushi. That's what I'm using here in this match. Jade has 3 eliminations. He's been a dominant force to this point. Clothesline by Jade Cargill. John Silver battles with Owen Hart. I don't want to take another one of those Jaded, so let's say Owen and, well, let's team together for a minute. Get away from Jade. I want to go. Here we go. We'll do a standing moonsault to get away from Jade Cargill. Whatever it takes. Both Jade and John Silver have their special, so quite content to just have a mad offense here with Owen Hart. Those two will get away from me. Don't see that interest in complying. Ibushi firing up on Owen Hart. Fans behind John Silver with that Johnny Hungy chant. It's AEW Fight Forever, NashvilleLou Live. Side Russian leg sweep by Owen Hart on Ibushi. John Silver eliminates Jade. And it's CM Punk with the long white tights. CM Punk joins John Silver, Kota Ibushi, and Owen Hart. Owen goes after Punk. And a sharpshooter by Owen Hart on CM Punk as Ibushi hits a standing moonsault on John Silver. We'll have another Twitchy Tides game coming up after this Casino Battle Royale concludes. You can get in by typing !play in chat. Twitchy Tides is so much fun. You can mix it practically any game as long as you don't need a delay for it, as far as live streaming goes. They're on Twitch. Hello to everybody watching on Kick as well, although this is a Twitch exclusive as far as Twitchy Tides goes. Also, I don't allow chat on Kick. I can watch one chat per stream. And really want people over here as much as possible. Now, Ibushi's going to target CM Punk. No pinfalls. Come on, Ibushi. You know better. Or maybe not. CM Punk eliminated by Kota Ibushi. So I'm in there as Kota Ibushi, and here comes Kenny Omega. My goodness, what a moment we're going to have here. Omega's going to go after John Silver. Ibushi battles with Owen Hart in this Casino Battle Royale match here on NashvilleLou Live. It's AEW Fight Forever, the modded version. You're not getting a Kota Ibushi that looks like this out of Creator Wrestler in that game. And now Ibushi's going to go after Omega. Omega, a stiff, sharp back elbow. Strikes on target for Kenny Omega, and you can hear the strike right there as he collided with Owen Hart. Kenny's got a special. Look out, John Silver. But John Silver gets the better of Omega on that exchange. Body slam on Owen Hart by Kota Ibushi as Silver with a right-hand punch on Omega. A flip through and that German suplex attempt by Omega. And look at the power of John Silver. I'm trying to target Owen Hart here. Finally hit with one of those kicks. You can't just go and just wildly punch and kick indefinitely. The game will punish you for doing that, rightly so. At least you can't just spam the punches and kicks and strikes. That part they could get right. A lot of stuff that should be basic and straightforward, like picking your opponents in this match, or like a color palette wheel. Couldn't quite come through with that. Snap suplex by Ibushi on John Silver. Owen Hart backs up Kenny Omega. This is a Casino Battle Royale match. AEW Fight Forever, NashvilleLou Live. We got 17 people in for the next Twitchy Tides game. You can join the list by typing !play in chat. Got that signature of the Ibushi. But John Silver just too fast when we there. That standing switch. Jumping neck breaker. Sharpshooter. A sharpshooter on Kenny Omega. Canadian on Canadian violence there. Omega caught in that sharpshooter. John Silver eliminated by Kota Ibushi. And it's Riho into the match. Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, Owen Hart, and Riho. Trying to stay away from Omega. He's going to at least connect there with that one clothesline. Let Ibushi prime for Riho to take the attack. Riho's got her signature already. She's going to go after Owen. Only for Kenny Omega to take them both down. Ibushi drops Riho and Kenny Omega. It's AEW Fight Forever. It's a Casino Battle Royale match. Another Twitchy Tides game coming up after the conclusion of this match. I'm stuck there. I don't like being stuck when you got multiple wrestlers striking at you like that. Punch my way out. Strike proficiency from Kota Ibushi. Now a V-trigger. That V-trigger knee strike from Kenny Omega on Riho. Snapdragon suplex on Ibushi, who's dazed, and luckily for Ibushi, there's Owen Hart there to take that powerbomb into the V-trigger. Kenny Omega's feeling it. Ibushi. Amateur-style takedown on Riho. Big knee strike there on Riho by Ibushi. I would see sometimes you'll be running towards somebody and then they'll just abruptly point at somebody else. It makes no sense, but part of it. Kicks. Riho can only take so much. And she's eliminated by Ibushi. Abaddon enters the match, joining Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Owen Hart. AEW Fight Forever, modded version of the game. NashvilleLou Live. We'll be doing a raid around midnight Eastern time, so less than an hour from now when Average Casual Gamer goes live. We're right up to his stream. Omega battles with Abaddon. Now turns his attention to Owen Hart. Ibushi saying, bring it on. That signature. Trying to get that signature, but maybe somebody's in your way. You can't use the signature with Ibushi with that. A little of a signature. Let's work a chin lock. The WWE house show. We're in commercial. We'll sit there in a headlock for 3 minutes. That signature. Ibushi attacks Abaddon as Omega turns his attention to Owen Hart. Let's see if I can hit a signature here on Abaddon. $450 splash by Kota Ibushi on Abaddon. So risky to intentionally go over the top like that in this kind of match, but it worked. And there goes Abaddon. Lance Archer into the match. Ibushi's got a special. Oh, come on. All the times for that to happen. Kota Ibushi. A last ride sit-out powerbomb by Kota Ibushi on Kenny Omega as Ibushi and Owen Hart double-team Lance Archer. It's AEW Fight Forever, NashvilleLou Live. It's a Casino Battle Royale match, and there's Kota Ibushi with some strikes, some punches to the face on Owen Hart. Lance Archer on the attack against Kenny Omega. Running kick connects by Ibushi as Lance Archer with a camel clutch on Kenny Omega. Ibushi drops Owen. Standing moonsault. Lance Archer on the attack with Omega. Look out, Kenny. Archer and Ibushi connecting the offense on their respective opponents around the same point there. Side Russian leg sweep by Owen on Ibushi. There's the blackout. That finishing move, that blackout by Lance Archer. But Omega fires up a low blow for Lance Archer. And Lance Archer's out. But Mr. Brody Lee enters the match. Got to stay away from Owen. He's got a special. Trying to use a big wide kick to avoid the special. Owen just got the special ran out, so no special there, but he can still work a chin lock there for a second. Brody Lee, Kenny Omega, Owen Hart, and Kota Ibushi. AEW Fight Forever. NashvilleLou live with another Twitchy Tides game coming up after the conclusion of this match. And look out for Ibushi. Sit out powerbomb by Mr. Brody Lee. Bends behind Owen Hart. Ibushi with a suplex on Owen. Omega hits the ropes. Running V-trigger knee strike. And Mr. Brody Lee. Kota Ibushi standing moonsaults. And now Kenny Omega's gonna go for the one-winged angel on Mr. Brody Lee. Are you kidding me? Now Owen's gonna get taken down there by Ibushi. He's gonna go for that springboard 450. Connects. Omega eliminates Mr. Brody Lee. Luchasaurus enters the match. Gonna try for a running hip attack to knock out Owen Hart. Gonna get caught there by Kenny Omega. They give Owen time to recuperate and then springboard his way back into the ring. So Luchasaurus joins Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, and Owen Hart. It's a Casino Battle Royale match. NashvilleLou live, and now Omega looks to go for a one-winged angel on Ibushi, but Ibushi with the reverse on the German suplex. Knee lift by Ibushi on Omega's Owen Hart. It's going to walk into sharpshooter on Luchasaurus. Elbow from Omega drops Ibushi, who I'm using. And boom, 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 the Terminator. Kenny Omega. Ibushi's going to go after Luchasaurus for a moment. Owen Hart's got a signature, so Omega's got to be careful. Ibushi eliminates Luchasaurus with the kicks. Ty Mello enters the match. Owen Hart can go for a tombstone pile driver on Kenny Omega. So Omega is down. Ty Mello, the freshest wrestler into the match. She'll take down Owen Hart there. She had her signature. It's kind of a risky move to lock up with her here, but that's what I did with Ibushi. Now Ibushi, try again with that springboard 450, but Omega's sick of seeing it. Drop kick, look at that elevation by Owen Hart as Kenny Omega's barely hanging on. He gets eliminated by Ty Mello. And it's Trent Beretta in as the Joker, the final entrant in the match. We got Twitchy Tides game coming up after the conclusion of this. Mello takes down Owen Hart. Ty Mello's got her special. And Trent Beretta, what an advantage for him coming in. Lucky draw, the last entrant. Kota Ibushi snaps suplex on Trent Beretta. It's Ty Mello. It's a knee lift on Owen Hart. Ibushi's got some fast strikes. Not surprising. Real life. Prime Ibushi. Go about as fast as you can imagine. A lot of kicks not connecting. Both respecting the strike radius of the other wrestler. Owen's going to go for a sharpshooter here on Ty Mello. Mounted punches for Ibushi on Beretta. We got 19 people in for that next Twitchy Tides game. And at the conclusion of this match. Keep on kicking Beretta if it's working. Kick him till I get tired. Beretta eliminated by Ibushi. And down to the final three. Ty Mello, Owen Hart, and Kota Ibushi. This is AEW Fight Forever, the modded version of the game. And that kick connected there. Complicated to set up for Ty Mello, but as noted, she's proficient with the strikes in this game. Let her and Owen battle. We'll go over here and pose. Owen and Ibushi. Double team suplex on Ty Mello. Owen has a special. Have to be careful. Get away from... Let Owen battle here with Ty. Or you can let the special run out. It's like a buffer for me there. Off the top rope. Went for a clothesline on Ty. What are you thinking, Ibushi? Had Owen Hart right in front of him. He went for the long shot and it didn't work. And now Ty Mello. That judo background coming through. Owen Hart on the top rope. Ty doesn't see him. And Owen connects off the top. Big knee lift by Ibushi as Ty Mello lost her special. Owen's got his, though. That's going to be a sharpshooter. And you can't submit in this game, but man, Ibushi can get his legs really weakened here. Is Ty going to help me? Yes, she will. Got 7 eliminations in this match. Oh, come on. What is up with this controller? Oh. That annoys me so much when it happens. So there's Kota Ibushi. Drop kick by Ty Mello and Owen Hart. Suplex by Ibushi on Ty Mello. Throw Ty into Owen. Uh-oh. Poor decision. I'm out. So we'll see between these final two who's going to get the win. Got to the end there with Ibushi, but couldn't close the deal. Owen Hart going to go for a tombstone pile driver. Head damage indeed for Ty Mello. Owen's got a special. It's Casino Battle Royale match. For the Twitchy Tides game. Up as soon as this one finishes. That sharpshooter. It's danger for Ty Mello. A desperation impulse. Owen kept his space. Owen tried to throw to the long side of the ring. It was a poor decision. He still's got the advantage, but giving Ty Mello a chance to fight her way back into it. Those kicks. Now Owen Hart has his special. It's Owen Hart and Ty Mello, the final two in this Casino Battle Royale match. Trying to throw the long way across the ring there. Less room needed, and that's going to do it. Owen wins.
The winner of this match, Owen Hart.
What a match we just witnessed.
It's not quite the 7-star match we had in the first one, but fun to use Ibushi in there. All right, so we've got 20 players in for this next Twitchy Tides game. Here, the screen loading back up there on the other computer. Getting back to the main menu screen for AEW Fight Forever. But here with Twitchy Tides, I'm going to join... I'll use the Buster Beaver fish. I've got the 3 spot. And you can designate up to 5 fish within your Twitchy team, as they call it, in Twitchy Tides. And numbers 1 through 5, it makes it very easy. You can switch your fish. You're watching multiple streams of people playing Twitchy Tides. You want to use one fish in one, a different one in a different one. It lets you do that too. Gives you some options. All right, so we're going to go through this list of competitors, and we'll get this next game started here shortly. The winner gets a Blockchain Brawlers deck card, plus an item from the NashvilleLou collection. And those NashvilleLou collection items, some of y'all have a bunch of them. You can use those in that bounty block that I have linked in chat. NashvilleLou.com/contest will take you to it. That bounty block, there are a few prizes, a few winners will be in there, but the grand prize includes Nessie Storm Scale Mint number 69. So I believe there's, 6 days left on that. Wednesday next week is when that ends. Let's go through this list of players, and we'll get to this next game of Twitchy Tides. We've got Aegis 2017, Kyung Wei, Funkin' Crypto, Loire, Jungle Banano, DeBoer JS, Tesaro NLV, Parrot, Solkanar, Nado6, Zach Bonifer, OP Influencer, Viper Czar, Stickfig 101, Cabanarna, Ivanov 007, Poppinstock, RCP ADG, Jess Tony, Jamie Penguins, Autumn's Toys, and me, NashvilleLou, that Buster Beaver. 22 players. If I win, the prize goes to second place. And this third game of the broadcast begins now. Good luck. It's Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. And a hook from Big Worm takes out DeBoer JS and Nado 6. Early on, we're down to 20. Most of these enemies are capped at 2 kills maximum per crossing. Well, from one side of the screen to the other. But for the Cannonball, it's 3. Depth Charge. That takes out Aegis. Down to 19. The hook from Big Worm eliminates OP Influencer and Loire. Down to 17. Pink Felicia zaps My Fish, also zaps Jess Tony. So we're down to 15. Cannonball. That Cannonball takes out Solkanar, Parrot, and Funkin' Crypto. Down to a dozen. This is Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. Cannonball. That Cannonball takes out Jamie Penguin, Stickfig, and Autumn's Toys. Autumn's Toys got a top 10 finish, as have the remaining players, but we're down to 9. This is Twitchy Tides, NashvilleLou Live, and it's Debo the Shark, going right to left. Chomping away at Cesaro NLV, and we're down to 8. The hook from Big Worm takes out Kyung Wei. Down to 7. Pink Felicia. Pink Felicia, bottom half of the screen, working left to right, zapping Zach Bonifer and Cabanarna. Down to 5. It's Debo the Shark. Going right to left, Debo. Chomps takes out Poppinstock and Viper Czar. We're down to 3. It's RCP ADG, Ivanov 007, and Jungle Banano. The last 3. Now a Depth Charge is hiding in that coral. Gonna hit Ivanov's Clownfish. We're down to 2. RCP ADG and Jungle Banano. Depth Charge. That takes out RCP ADG, so that's the game. Congratulations, Jungle Banano. Victorious here in this third game of the broadcast. Right, so for Autumn's Toys on up, a top 10 finish. All the way up to number 1 and your winner, Jungle Banano, victorious. All right, back open for the next Twitchy Tides game. I'm going to take my hourly break now. It'll be about a 5-minute break. On the other side of this break, we'll be back with another Twitchy Tides game, a little more AEW Fight Forever, probably one more Twitchy Tides game to round out the broadcast. And then at that point, we'll do a raid over to Average Casual Gamer once he goes live with his usual midnight Eastern start time. He's got Tuesday and Thursday. We actually run Opposition on Tuesday, that last hour, head-to-head. It's the way it worked out timing-wise. So Thursday's the only day I can do that. And so we'll have that coming up. Thursday to me. It's Friday to a lot of you, I know. But so it goes. Back in just a few minutes. Twitchy Tides. Then more Twitchy Tides. On some AEW Fight Forever. In this last half hour, NashvilleLou Live. Stay tuned. All right, back on headset with you here on NashvilleLou Live. We got 8 people into this next game. I'll join as well to get us to 9. I need a minimum of 10, so we don't have that at this point. So this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'll call my first NCAA men's lacrosse broadcast in 2025. Swanee Tigers open the season, taking on Methodist University out of North Carolina. So if you ever want to hear me call a real-life sport, there's your opportunity. It's a 1 p.m. Eastern on Saturday over on SwaneeTigers.com. Make sure I spell it properly before I put the URL in. All right, so we got 9. I mean, 9's not enough to run this, unfortunately. So I'll get a match set up here over an AEW Fight Forever, and it'd probably take 30 seconds. We'll have a 10th, and we can run a game. Could have Bushi just hanging out in the locker room. Yeah, they could have had me in the game, Lou. They could have sold DLC, but no. Lights out match. I thought about during that last break that maybe I should at least try with those wrestlers from before that I thought just wouldn't load up properly. I remember the last time it didn't load up the images for some of the wrestlers properly. Guys like Muto and Ibushi. But I tried to load the Steiners or the Road Warriors, and it was like a wristband floating. See, okay. That part, again, that sort of error probably means I did something wrong. Oh, come on. I think I found a way to, like, weld this into the controller. I mean, that probably would be a bad idea in another way, but make it where it doesn't keep popping out. Oh. Rob Van Dam. I don't think Ultimate Warrior loaded up, but it's worth a try. Oh, look at that. Ultimate Warrior gets Rob Van Dam in a lights out match. An AEW Fight Forever. Look, right now we got 9 players in for that Twitchy Tides game. You need a minimum of 10. We'll have that on the other side of this game. Lights out match. RVD. Ultimate Warrior.
The following contest is an unsanctioned lights out match.
It's going to be crazy. Anything goes. A lights out match coming up.
When you use mods with this game, it does take a moment for things to get loaded up. You'll sit there on the black screen that might be a second or two long enough to go, wait, something wrong. At least usually it does load up. It just takes a moment. Got a pretty strong computer that I play this game on, but the mods do take... Once they get loaded up, though, even better to head down the front side.
His way to the ring, Robert Dan.
Of course, the music turned off due to the copyright monsters.
And his opponent, Ultimate W.
Ultimate W. Not quite the same without the WWF theme music. So it's no DQ, fall. It's not false count anywhere, but you can fight around the building. I really should have picked a different arena, but too late. Just because we used this one before. So it's Rob Van Dam and Ultimate Warrior. So we've got 10 people in for that next Twitchy Tides game. We'll have that after the conclusion of this match. Ultimate Warrior, the baseball bat, man. Oof. Oof. It's tough if you miss on a spin kick on that hardwood floor outside the ring. Oh. Warrior's got a chair. Running strike. Warrior's gonna go for a big power move. Harvey D's like, no. You want to get a strike exchange, Warrior? I'll take that over a test of strength. It's AEW Fight Forever here on NashvilleLou Live. This Rob Van Dam versus Ultimate Warrior match will have another Twitchy Tides game. Warrior getting fired up. Got pull cue. Let's get out of the ring. Regroup out here. Let's tire the big man out. Play some tennis. Oh! Should have known that Kane, that Singapore Kane, had longer reach all that frying pan. Okay, can't be taking weapons hits too much for the Ultimate Warrior. I can end poorly for me. Stainless steel. Rough landing there for Warrior. That suplex from Rob Van Dam. Back elbow by Warrior. Oh, what's the table doing out here? Come on. Oh, no. No. Odd psychology there, but okay. AEW Fight Forever. NashvilleLou Live. Hey, free table. Taunt buff. Trying to get that chair, but okay. Warrior's back up. We'll go this way. Hey, a skateboard. I forgot how to use this in the game. Can you ride it? I know there's a way to ride it. I had an Owen Hart Keith Lee match one time. Also throw a Warrior on it. You can go Warrior into the stairs. Oh, into the apron works as well. Oh, apron bump for the Warrior. Back first. Body damage in the red for the Ultimate Warrior. Taking on Rob Van Dam. Determined to get this tennis racket spot in. Environmental attack buff for RVD. What is this, a tire? That's not effective offense against Warrior. He's all right. Had enough of these weapons. Spin kick. Warrior goes into the stairs. And Warrior's legs clipping that. It's dangerous, those barriers, those guardrails. Land the wrong way, you can suffer a bad leg injury. It's happened to guys before. Warrior, face first. Into that steel barricade. A big wrench. Even Warrior's got to sell the wrench. I got complete 5 attacks with a weapon. I'm very proud of myself. Look at that. Rolling Thunder on the floor by RVD. My goodness. Man, Warrior. That signature. Oh, he's got a skateboard. Couldn't connect 2 times with that chair shot. And then there's Warrior with a skateboard. One of the dynamic dudes. Vertical suplex on Warrior is going to leave the ring. RVD's going to do his pose. It's remarkable the level of detail he got to with the mods with this. Got that tire. See if I can find something better. Barbed wire baseball bat. That'll work. Well, you scared, Warrior? You afraid of little barbed wire? Look at that. Warrior. Busted open. Okay. That red carpet's not going to quite hide it. Can't really tell how, I guess the face paint kind of obscures the bleeding a bit. Warrior, a rough landing there. Link is Rob Van Dam against Ultimate Warrior in the AEW Fight Forever, the modded version of this game. Let's go top rope here. Any special moves? Oh, signature. I can do this. Split-legged moonsault. Didn't get all of that one, but let's see if we can pin him here. Be done with it. We got 12 people in for Twitchy Tides. On Rick Knox, count faster. It's a wonky pinfall system, but do it like that. All done. Warriors, I just pinned me. Well, I can take control. After the match, insult to injury.
Fantastic match we had tonight.
Shut up, Excalibur. I love the manic ring of the bell. Look at that. Moonsault. That flip. RVD showing off. Trying to set the controller down. That I can understand it coming on disconnected or whatever. Exit match. What I want to do is get over to this. Twitchy Tides. We got 13 people in for this next game of Twitchy Tides. Winner gets a Blockchain Brawlers deck card, plus an item from the NashvilleLou collection you can use to get entries into the latest bounty block that I have. The link is pinned in chat. You can always find it over at NashvilleLou.com/contest. We'll take it right to that bounty block quite nicely. Let's go through the list of players and we'll get to this next game. Taking it at the top of the hour, or a couple minutes past, whenever Average Casual Gamer is live, we'll do a raid over to him. So for this next game of Twitchy Tides, we got Jess Tony, Cesaro NLV, Kevin Arna, DeBoer JS, Autumn's Toys, Aegis 2017, Random King, Nado6, Parrots, Kyung Wei, Jungle Banana, me, NashvilleLou, that Rainbow Soul the Catfish, Yoshinobu, and Loire. 14 players. By-win prize goes to second place. And this fourth Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast begins now. Good luck. Twitchy Tides, NashvilleLou live. And a cannonball takes out DeBoer JS and Kevin Arna. Early on, we're down to a dozen. Now it's time for a baby shark party. Cannonball flies harmlessly by. At the disco ball, the fireworks. No music, though, because of the copyright monsters. I hope you understand. Yongwei and Parrot get chomped away there by Debo the Shark. So the remaining players, you got a top 10 finish. But who's going to be the winner? This is Twitchy Tides here on NashvilleLou Live. Playing some AEW Fight Forever. We got Debo the Shark low side, chomping away. Aegis is out, we're down to 9. I think what we'll do, we'll have this Twitchy Tides game. I'll get in a real quick exploding ring match, because those have to end quickly. And then back, I think after that, we'll do one more Twitchy Tides game. And that should put us close to being on time for Average Casual Gamer. We do the raid over to there. Say hi to ACG. Autumn's Toys is out, we're down to 8. Join me this upcoming Tuesday, next week, for Tides Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 0300 UTC. It's an all-day event, multi-day event now. It's grown. More and more people are getting involved. Cesaro and Kiyoshi taken out by that depth charge. We're down to 5. But for my section of it, 10 p.m., 3-hour window, 10 p.m. Eastern, 0300 UTC, Tuesday. Next week, Cannonball, Nado6 is out, Loire's out. We're down to the final 3. It's Jungle Banana, Jess Tony, and Random King. It's a depth charge. Hiding in that coral over there, it's going to get Random King, and we're down to 2. Jungle Banana and Jess Tony, the final 2. Now Pink Felicia, going left to right. Felicia's going to miss both remaining players. It looks like, unless they happen to speed up to her. But that didn't happen. Jungle Banana, Jess Tony, the final 2. This game is Twitchy Tides. Had so much fun with it here on stream. Depth Charge is going to get Jess Tony. And that's the game. So congratulations. Jungle Banana, back-to-back wins in Twitchy Tides. Alright, so for Aegis on up, a top 10 finish. All the way to number 1 and your winner, Jungle Banana, victorious. Alright, we'll open now for the last game of the broadcast. You can get in with exclamation mark play in chat. Have one of these exploding ring matches. Won't take too long. It is, whatever reason, it's got its own specific spot in the category there. Exploding barbed wire death match. Let me see. Some of these guys, I don't know if they'll even load. They weren't before. Yeah, I've got to do some work with some of the. There, that's not. Those sunglasses right there are not Ken Shamrock. What about Juventud Guerrera? What about Perry Saturn? All right, we got Perry Saturn. Let's see who I'll go up against. I think on Tenzan. I'm trying to think of people I haven't used here on stream yet. So it's exclamation mark play to get into that last Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. Have that on the other side of this exploding barbed wire death match. The Zebra Palace, why not? Not to be confused with the Cow Palace. I'll be using Perry Saturn to take on Hiroshi Tenzan. I saw Tenzan wrestle in Nashville in 1995 at Starrcade. WCW pay-per-view. It was like New Japan against WCW. It's a really, really good Eddie Guerrero versus Shinjiro Otani match. Tenzan, Randy Savage had wrestled twice in that show. They had like a very brief match. Savage was hurt, as I recall. Wasn't the best match you've ever seen, but point is, Tenzan's still wrestling today, and that was almost 30 years ago.
The following contest is an exploding barbed wire death match.
It's an exploding barbed wire death match, one that no athlete wants to compete.
We got 2 people in now for the last Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. Hope we'll have enough to have one to close out the show. And it takes just a little bit extra time for the game to load when you've got mods running.
Making his way to the ring, walking weapon.
A walking weapon. Maybe I've seen people wrestle a long time ago. I saw Perry Saturn wrestle on a USWA show at the fairgrounds in Nashville. Circa 93, probably 94. Him and Cronus, the Eliminators. Long time ago. You see the electricity, that barbed wire. They're not messing around with this. It's AEW Fight Forever. NashvilleLou Live will have one more Twitchy Tides game to close out the broadcast after this match. And kicks there from Saturn on Tenzan. Falling neck breaker. I'm going to throw him into that corner there. Whoa. Hands. Saturn just stomping away. A knee drop there. You want to hit the ropes to get some momentum because those ropes are electrified and sharp. See the lacerations on the back of Hiroshi Tenzan. Big right hand punch from Perry Saturn on Tenzan. I'm trying to throw him to that board. A rough one. Less than a minute. The ominous noise there. Lit up like a Roman candle. Trying to throw him to that corner there that's now exposed. But I don't know. German suplex by Perry Saturn. Wasn't expecting that. And a one-sided battle here. Look at that. Well, no, the ring's about to blow up. Less than 20 seconds. It's dangerous to have fans so close, but not my call. Hope we have insurance for it. 10 seconds. They showed you 4 times. Somehow Perry Saturn had a scratch on his back. Yeah. I've been through worse. I was Tenzan still standing at this point, man. What's the signature here for Perry Saturn? Well, I guess I still have the signature to do it. I'm not sure what. I've never used Saturn in this game. Whoa. Took him for a suplex and just throw him. Tenzan's had enough. They get some of the offense in. Oh. Saturn's like, yeah, you know what? Those barbed wire rips just aren't for me, pal. Danger for Tenzan. The desperation impulse. Luckily, I'm falling into that trap. This is awesome, chant. So we got 7 players in for the next Twitchy Tides game, which is going to be rounding up this broadcast when this match is over, and they can't go for too much longer. This leg lock here by Saturn. Submission over. Tenzan, those bad ankles, managed to fight his way out. Is they run up explosive? No, they're more in there. Still went for this bottom side. These fans didn't get the exploding Tenzan experience. Man, he's hurting. Pin him. Do it. End it.
1, 2, 3.
You notice how better the pinfall system is when you don't have a referee has to be getting into position.
Wow, what an amazing match. And we got to call it. We got to see it.
I really do wonder if the pins would be better in this game if the referee wasn't even in the ring, but Aubrey Edwards was part of that team for AEW with the game, so she made sure she was in there. 4.5 stars. All right. So we've got 9. All right, perfect. So I'll be able to get in and give us 10 for this last Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. The menu loading back up for Fight Forever. I'll close that down before too long. All right, exclamation mark, play. I'll use Flow. Flow is a Series 4 rare fish. We'll have some more of those Series 4.1 packs to give away Tuesday, next Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 0300 UTC. It's my #1 show here on Twitch. It's Tides Tuesday. It's a multi-day event. We used to say it's an all-day event, but really a multi-day event now. I'm going to start like 12 a.m. on Tuesday to get going. But I'll be Tuesday night, prime time West Coast U.S. Got 11 players in. So let me go through this list of participants here, and we'll get to this final game of the broadcast. I don't have to be sharp with top of the hour here because average casual gamer, due to the nature of blockchain brawlers, you can't really broadcast that game without a delay if you want to actually win. It would be so frustrating to play that and be suspicious even that somebody was watching. That can be there's a lot of cat and mouse. I wish that game still worked the way it did in 2022. They had one of those brilliant games I ever played. It still is brilliant. If they could get out of their own way, we could have some fun. We did once before, maybe again. For this, we got 12 players. Let's go with this list of participants. We got Nadu 6, Random King, Cesaro NLV, Autumn's Toys, Parrot 314, Loire, JR since 82, Tabinarna, Petty Bags Jr., Young Wei, me, NashvilleLou, and Fawny T. So for anybody who's been waiting, hoping to get in late, last chance here with exclamation mark play in chat. I need to check one other thing here real fast. You'll tell for sure. Sometimes Twitch isn't the best about notifying you when somebody's gone live as far as showing it in the list of people that you follow. They'll show up eventually, but that's caused me problems before because I thought that was more in real time than it sometimes is. I'm not talking about where it gives you the notification that somebody's going live, but just even showing them there. Now, why isn't this auto-filling to have... Okay. I just had to type the whole thing out there for ACG. Making sure I'm ready to go to the right place. That's be another thing, too, is making sure we do a raid, you raid the right person. I botched that a while back against Flaw, and I felt really bad about it. Still do. I didn't do it intentionally, obviously, but it's one of those, like, oh, I had this big raid, it was all built up, and then, well, I already had that copied over. I didn't have to do that. Well, better do extra work than not enough. All right, so 12 players. I mean, what happened to the window? It's right here. 12 players here for this last Twitchy Tides game of the broadcast. Winner gets a winner gets a Blockchain Brawlers deck card. An item from the NashvilleLou collection you can use to get extra entries. And that bounty block that is pinned in chat. If I happen to win, prize goes to second place, and this 5th game of the broadcast begins now. Good luck. It's NashvilleLou live and Twitchy Tides. Depth charge up top. The sorrow of that Lambo, making it rain. And Parrots with that misfit command that may have been it, or maybe the flame from JR. Somebody managed to take out that depth charge, so we started with a dozen, we still have a dozen, but that's going to change here soon with Painful Aisha zapping Loire and Kyung Wei down to 10. So a top 10 finish for the remaining players, of course, but who's going to be the winner? We'll get too late in the match. I'll show off the bubble command. Some fish have special commands in Twitchy Tides. So Random King, Pennybags Jr., and Nadu 6 are out. We're down to 4 now. That Cannonball taking out Cabinarna, Fawny, T, and Cesaro. Those Autumn's Toys, Parrots, JR since 82, and me, the last 4. And it's Debo the Sharks, and to get my flow, it's also going to take out JR since 82. And we're down to the final 2, Autumn's Toys and Parrot 314. Now it's Pink Felicia going down the middle. Can Parrot get low enough in time? No. Parrot gets stung, and that's the game. So congratulations, Autumn's Toys. Victorious here in this 5th game of the broadcast. As we hit midnight Eastern. Well, first, let's go with this list of winners. Well, we had one winner. Go with the top 10. So for Random King on up, a top 10 finish. All the way to number 1, your winner, Autumn's Toys. That was not supposed to pop up there. That was supposed to be up there. I should have just pulled up the slate in that other screen, but I didn't. So it goes with OBS Studio. So here in a moment, when ACG goes live, we'll do a raid over there. Appreciate you take that trip with me over there. Maybe encourage ACG to give Twitchy Tides a look. Well, maybe I can start it by the time we get the wind up. I don't want to chance it, though. I'm not sure what happens if you wait indefinitely on a raid, if it... Does it just go there eventually, whether or not the person's live? We'll set it up, if nothing else. All right, that's gonna... Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. There's something that kind of happened randomly here on a Thursday night U.S. time. Had some fun with it. All right, so that's going to do it for this broadcast of NashvilleLou Live. I'm your host, Lou Pickney. Thanks for watching. See you next time.